Hello folks and welcome back to Shogun Total War. I am Kana Step and this is going to be part 6 of my Sengoku Jedi campaign where I'm playing as Clan Oda. And so far things are going quite well. I've established dominance over central Japan here and I've been starting to build up my economy and build up my infrastructure, get better soldiers going. Things are looking rather well. I'm not currently at war with any of the major clans. If I ever look over at the diplomacy tab here, it will say that I'm just at war with the rebels. This is the rebel flag here. And I do have an ally. I'm allied with Clan Oda. And Clan Oda's in the north right now, currently. Actually, are they at war with anyone? No, they are allied with Clan Imagawa. So Imagawa and Hojo are so far in control of the north. Yusugi's hanging on for dear life right now. Looks like they just have Hida, and I also know they have Noto and Sado left as well. And then there's still a substantial amount of rebels here in Kaga province. Quite a few, I'm guessing, warrior monks, 4-star general. Pretty dangerous. They could probably beat what I have here at Echizen if they wanted to attack. Hopefully they don't do that. I was thinking I want to spend this time to reinforce my northern borders, but I think a more pressing matter is Shimazu here in the south. You see that they've taken claim of most of Mori's original territory, and there's only a few rebel provinces left right now. I know rebels are in control of Awa, Tosa, So, Takeda still has Aki, and Shimazu is still allied with the Takeda clan, so they're not going to be going to war with Takeda anytime soon, I think. So they're running out of territories to take. I know that Imagawa still has some territories here. I believe that they were at war with Shimazu for a brief moment, and then Shimazu took Shikuzen off of them, and then they declared a peace treaty again. So they're not at war with Imagawa, and they have a couple emissaries taking a peek at a couple of my territories here in Inaba and Awaji, which tells me that they're spying on me. If they wanted to make any diplomacy with me, they'd be here talking to my daimyo, but they're not here. They're here and here, so that tells me they're going to be looking at me soon, and that tells me that I need to get more soldiers to the south quickly. Now, I don't have a lot of money for this year. I only made 2,700 koku, which isn't a lot. That's telling me that my economy is starting to get tapped out. Now, there is still some room for growth for my economy. There is still a few provinces that don't have ports, and there is still a few provinces that could use some farm upgrades as well. So I'm going to get some farm upgrades going because those are at least cheap. Now, this is making 280 koku base. So if I put in a 20% farm upgrade, that's going to be worth it eventually. And then Mino makes 260. That's kind of the barrier for me. 260 is about as low. 250 is about as low as I go for investing any money for a farm upgrade. Lower than 250, I'm probably not going to invest this kind of money in it. But for 260, I'll put it in and put in the 20% farm upgrade. And other than those places, everywhere else has at least the tier 1 farm upgrade. Awari is one of my richest provinces, making 780 with the 20% income. Yamashiro is making 420 with the 20% upgrade. Kawachi making 504 with the tier 1 upgrade. Issa making 528 with the tier 1 upgrade. These are all good numbers. Key is definitely worth an investment as well. Right now they're still building a port, so I'm not gonna do that here. I may as well get going on these two places. And that doesn't leave me with a lot. That leaves me with about 1,500 left for the rest of the year. And I am just beginning to build Yarikav, which is good because I know there's a lot of archers around. They have archers here in Imagawa, more archers here, more archers. They just have tons of archers. And I know Imagawa's capital province of Totomi gives a +1 honor upgrade to any archers trained there. So Imagawa's archers are typically going to be quite good. So I don't have to worry about that. And I think a good counter to archers is cavalry. So I got some more cav going here. I got some cav coming out in Awari, and I think I want to train some more cav and send it south. In addition to that, I'm thinking that I could probably use another warrior monk for now. I think I need some good infantry. I think for now I have a decent amount of archers in my southern armies. but my infantry is mostly Yari Ashigaru, which worries me quite a bit. So things aren't dire yet. I mean, I think if I split this army up into 3 places and attacked Biden, Bitchu, and Hoki at the same time, I think I could take this. I'm just not ready to go to war with Shimazu yet because I would like to have another... Well, if I could get another year of time to invest in my economy before I have to really go full on into the war, that'd be nice. But we'll see if I'm given that time. So I'm going to produce soldiers for now and, yeah, keep taxes very low. I have an heir coming through eventually. Yeah, Oda Nobunaga is only 2 years old, so he has quite a ways to go. Oh yeah, I do want to build a border watchtower here, and that's going to allow me to spy into these 3 provinces here. So that's going to be good, and I think that's going to be it for this turn, and probably for the rest of the year, honestly. Yeah, leaves me with only 300 koku left. I can use that on an archer. So I've finished building the port and quay. That's helpful. It's going to be giving me more money in the future. And let's see, looks like the Shimazu Daimyo is showing up. Alright, so Shimazu Daimyo is hanging out here in Sanuki. That tells me that he's going to be looking my way, quite frankly. And I can start moving this monk, I think. Where should I have him? I have a monk here in Mimasaka. He's down to 47. He has 3 honor, though, which means he's gained some honor. He's doing quite well for himself. Yeah, I can bring him over to Awaji, I think. And Yari Cav, same thing. I wanted to bring him up to Awaji as well. Or Mimasaka. And yeah, it doesn't leave me with a whole lot of money, but I do want to... I will train another Yari Samurai... Samurai Archer, and... Or do I want that? I have so many already. I feel like maybe what I should do is put a Samurai Archer somewhere in one of these armies. Maybe. Yeah, just because I already have so many archers in my southern armies. What they need right now is melee infantry and cav. And the north, however, could probably do with some more archers. Yeah. So I'll train an archer here in Owari, and that's going to be it for the money for the rest of this year. So, yeah, not a whole lot to do with, when I'm not making money, there's not a whole lot to do, so let me check diplomacy again. Okay, so Shimazu now is at war, again, with Imagawa. Oh, and they've gone to war with Hojo as well. Okay, Imagawa's in trouble, I think. Let me look at the throne room map and see if anything's happened here. So, yeah, okay, so Hizen has been taken by Shimazu. Imagawa has control of most of northern Japan. They're still sieging out the Yusugi clan here, but pretty much the rest of this is all controlled by Imagawa. Hojo just has these territories here. And then over here in Kyushu, Shimazu have taken Hizen off of Imagawa, so now they're just left with Shikugo. Which isn't the worst thing in the world, just because Shikugo does have that port, so they are still connected with their central northern territories. So they're not completely cut off. They still have a presence here in Kyushu. So that's interesting, though. That helps me out a lot, actually, because I need things in the north to stay undecided for quite a while. The longer that they fight in the north, that gives me more time to clean up the south, because I'd rather not be fighting a war on 2 fronts. That's going to be quite difficult if that ever happens. So I'm going to keep building up these armies in my northern frontier to try to deter any wars from starting, and in the meantime try to keep working on getting a force going so that I can eventually take on the Shimazu, but not yet, not yet. It's going to be interesting to see who strikes first, because they're looking at me and I'm looking at them. And yeah, I just need to wait till my border watchtower comes through, and then I can see what they have here. Unfortunately, that's not going to tell me what they have in Sanuki, which it makes me want to train another emissary just so I can go spy on this territory. But I just feel like at this point there's going to be so many ninjas on the campaign map that it's going to be really difficult to get them over here alive. So I just don't have enough shinobi right now. I have enough shinobi protecting my heir and my daimyo, And that's it. I don't have like shinobi in every other province, which is going to be a little tricky for now. Actually, yeah, that's another thing. I do need to start working on getting shinobi going, just because if I plan on accepting the offer of the Portuguese in a few years and switching to Christianity, then I'm going to really need those shinobi to help keep my provinces loyal. Because they're not going to like switching over to Christianity, and they might rebel against me. So I'm going to really need the help from the shinobi to keep population loyalty happy. But that's going to be it for now. I think I'm just going to keep on ending turns here. Alright, so now I have that border watchtower in Mimasaka. Good. Now, the Shimazu daimyo is moving off. Interesting. And Imagawa's attacking Kaga. Interesting. Alright. Now, okay, so I got a ninja that was caught and killed in Owari, and he was working for Lord Imagawa. So, yeah, speaking of ninjas, there we go. Now, I got this archer. Where do I want him? Probably in Mino. This is where my heir is, and I would really like to make sure that my heir doesn't lose any fights, just because I need to keep this guy alive. I don't have, other than him and my daimyo, my second of kin is going to be quite a ways before he's of age. So, yeah, I definitely need to keep my heir alive, and want to keep moving these guys along. I'll move this warrior monk to Awaji, and I'll move this Yari Cav up to Yamashiro. And let's see, no money to spend. So, I think that's going to be it for this. I guess I could look at the diplomacy tab and see if anything's changed. And I think I can look at the... Yeah, I may as well look at the throne room map and see if any territories... Oh, yes. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So now, Hojo has taken Mutsu off of Imagawa. And this was originally the Yusugi's capital province. So, wow. And Imagawa has failed to take Kaga. They attacked Kaga, and that was stupid of them. They shouldn't have done that. Kaga's not that valuable of a province. It's one of those provinces that you can basically go around until you really need to take it, just because it's going to be hard to take. It's going to be defended by warrior monks, and as you can see, a good general. And the province itself, the geography of the province itself is actually really tricky. I like fighting it just because it's so tricky. It's a really interesting province to fight on, but as far as the strategy goes, it's not really worth it. The only thing that Kaga really gives you is that it offers a +1 honor bonus to any warrior monks that are trained here. Other than that, it doesn't make a lot of money, so there's no point really in taking it until you have to. Oh yes, and Imagawa's moved off of Hida. So now they've just given up the siege of Hida that was against Yusugi. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Gosh, I wonder why they're doing this. Oh, and there's the heir. There's Imagawa's heir right there. Imagawa Yujizane. And he's in a Yari Ashigawa unit. That's so sad. That's sad. That's why I have to keep on making sure that... I have to keep checking my heir, make sure that he doesn't end up in a Yari Ashigawa unit. It's very pitiful because it's so easy for them to die. Alright, no money to spend still, so let's just end another turn. Okay, and Hojo's attacking Shinano. Alright, looks like they failed. Interesting stuff anyway. I think I'm just going to keep checking the throne room map every single turn here because it's very interesting what's happening right now. So this is going to be the last turn of being poor. I can put up my taxes back up to punitive for one turn. And yeah, I'm just going to take a peek and see what's going on in the map, in the world. Oh, okay, geez, alright man, Hojo's pushing hard. So Hojo just took Echigo off of Imagawa. And these are rich provinces. Echigo, first off, as you can see, is a river province, so it's hard to take, theoretically. It's rich farmland. I think it has silver deposits, so you build a mine there, and you can be making 400 koku per turn. Mutsu is very rich farmlands. It might have a mine, or Dewa has a mine. I think Dewa has a gold mine, actually. So, yeah, there's a lot going on here. And I'm surprised that Imagawa is just hanging on to... I mean, this is a lot of forces here. And if they're fighting a war against Hojo, sir, you need help elsewhere. You're not at war with me, so bugger off and take these archers take them to Shinano, defend Shinano. Why are you defending Mikawa? I'm not attacking you, and Mikawa's not that profitable. I mean, I guess it is now because they've built buildings there. Yeah, I mean, they have a port there, and they have a farm upgrade, so they've built things here, but Mikawa otherwise isn't that profitable of a province. So yeah, you should definitely fight your battle somewhere else and go bugger off. I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to attack Mikawa because I'm not going to help my ally. I don't want to help Hojo because, for one thing, he seems to be doing well enough as is, and secondly, as I said before, I need things in the north to really go on as long as possible because, as you can see, I'm kind of stalling here, and I'm not really pushing south yet. I'm going to eventually, but this is going to be mostly Shimazu land, and this is going to be a long war. I know that Shimazu has quite a few heirs as well, so even if I do kill, for example, I was able to kill the Mori clan by killing the daimyo before his heir came of age. With the Shimazu, they get a lot of heirs, I know that. I don't know how many he has that are of age by now, but it's at least one, if not close to a second one. So yeah, it's not going to be like a one and done thing. It's not going to be like I win a battle and then Shimazu clan disintegrates. I'm going to have to push and keep on pushing against them before I can really clean up the south. So this is going to be a grind for sure. And yeah, the north, I'm actually getting a little worried just because Hojo's doing so well against Imagawa that doesn't bode well for my future plans. But with all that said, taxes are set to punitive, and I think I'm ready to, yeah, nothing to do here, so just end the turn. Man, I am not making money. I got the improved farmland. The tier 1 is done in Mino and Echizen. That's good. And I'm only making 1930 for this year. That sucks. Poor harvest. All crop revenues are down by 25%. Bummer. Alright, and Hojo failed to take Shinano again. Okay, well, for all things considered, they are hanging on for dear life, so what do I know? Maybe they should just put all their forces here in Mikawa. I'm gonna check, yeah, I'm just gonna be checking the throne room map because, holy crap. Okay, so now Hojo's taken Dewa as well, so they've really, Imagawa is not doing well. Yes, Imagawa has control of Shinano, Echu, Mikawa, Totomi, and maybe Saruga. I can't tell. And yes. Dang, that actually makes me... Man, I keep talking about wanting this to go on as long as possible, but they're really pushing fast, so crap. That makes me a little worried. Keep moving my Yari Cav south, and let's see, I can put my taxes to very low. That's good. Alright, so I don't have a lot of money to spend, so how am I going to spend this 1,930 koku for the rest of the year? Now I've decided that a port in Issa, although expensive, is eventually going to be worth it. Since I am training soldiers here, it's going to be good to have a port here to help them move around quickly. And yes, I still need more soldiers, so I'm thinking may as well go all out warrior monks here in Yamashiro, and I will train some Yari samurai here in Awari with plans of moving them over to the south as soon as I can. Actually, wait a minute. Do I train them? I can't train them in Iga. But it's actually, ironically, faster. Just because Iga's landlocked and Awari has that port, I can move them to Kawachi in one turn, whereas Iga is going to take, you know, more time. So, yes, I'll train them in Awari for now. And that's not going to leave me with a whole lot of money, so that's going to be about it. I'm going to be having, yeah, having 2 poor harvests in a row really tells me that it's time. It's going to be time very soon to attack the Shimazu clan, because that's not an economy that I can sustain, especially with the rate that Hojo is making progress against Imagawa. It worries me. That worries me for sure. So, yeah, I need to get a move on. I wanted to hang tight. I wanted to build up. Before I attack Shimazu, but that's just not how this game works, man. You gotta like really blitz a lot all the time. Go, 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 go. So yeah, nothing for it. Let's end turn here. Alright, Hojo Sek and Shinano. How do they do? Alright, so they lost, so I'm actually rooting against my ally now. Go Imagawa. Actually, should I ally with Imagawa? No. No, I shouldn't do that. Yeah, because they're gonna be dead soon. At least with Hojo, I'm still making money. So I make alliance income. It's not much, 250 a year per alliance, but you know, it's something. Like right now, without that alliance income, I'm making 1,700 a year. So screw that. All right, Yari Cav to Mimasaka. There we go. And Warrior Monk. Hey, 1-star general. Good. Move him up. Move him south. And I gotta stay. Okay, so yeah, I forgot that I got the border watchtower. So they just have archers, just 3 archers or 6 archers in Hoki, and then just melee soldiers in Bitchu with a 1-star general, and then 4 archers and a cav archer and Bison. Man, I really wish I want to know what they have in Sanuki, but I don't know. I must say, archer heavy armies can be annoying to attack. Having a melee only army here in Bitchu is interesting because that is interesting. It's tempting to attack that because I have archers and I have a warrior monk. I mean, it's only 47 men, so it's kind of banged up, but 47 one-man unit of warrior monks, honestly, can probably beat this entire army. They're that good, especially on a choke point where they can't get surrounded. Holy moly. And especially since I will use my patented bridge baiting tactics and just basically wipe out this entire army just using archers. Yeah, I'm really tempted to make a run for that, but I don't think... Let's see, let's see, so I can attack Bison with my horses if I want to. And that would be good. You know what? I'm gonna actually take a look and see if I want to attack now. I know I have another warrior monk on the way and that would be helpful, but the fact is there's no daimyo to be seen. There's no Shimazu daimyo in view. I'm a little worried about Tanuki, but the fact is I got a warrior monk, which is good. Got a 1-star general, not bad. 2 Yari samurais, and 4 samurai archers, or 5 samurai archers. That's, honestly, I take my bet on that one. So, yeah, I think this might be the turn that I attack, just because I'm so poor. I can't go into the harvest not making money. And again, what's happening in the north is really stressing me out right now. In fact, let me look at the throne room map and see if anything else has changed. Okay, so Imagawa's taking Echigo. Good. Good. I really need them to fight back a little harder. Yes. Whew. All right, so I'm gonna take a look and see how and if I want to split these forces up and attack these 3 provinces. The thing is, being on the defense against the Shimazu right now doesn't seem very appealing to me because I only have this one centralized army, whereas these 2 provinces are only being garrisoned by 1 unit of Ashigaru each, which makes me nervous for sure. And Harima actually has a mine in it. Harima has silver deposits, so I'm making 400 koku per year off that silver. And if they want to attack Harima and just, even if I retreat to the castle, they still have control over the province. So if they want to destroy that mine, they can. And that mine costs 500 koku to build. Not cheap. So I don't want to. I don't want to be on the defensive here. Attacking would be preferable. Yes, it would. Alright, now I don't know about this. I split my army off, and if I attacked Hoki, I'd have my daimyo, Yari samurai, 2 Yari Ashigaru, 2 archers, and against 6 archers, honestly, I don't even know if I could win that. Having the cavalry unit, it's a small cavalry unit, but you know, it's my daimyo's bodyguard. That would be helpful in pressuring those archers, but man, 6 archers, you think you can beat them if you get into melee, but they're good melee soldiers, and I have 2 Yari Ashigaru, so I don't know about that. That'd be a tough fight for me. Bitchu, I could win, for sure. 1 warrior monk, 2 archers, and 1 Ashigaru for bridge baiting. Yeah, I could win that. In fact, I could win that even if without that Yari Ashigaru. So That'd be fine. And then Mimasaka, I'd attack Mimasaka. I mean, I'd attack Bison with 4 archers, 1 Ashigaru, and then 1 Yarikav. I mean, maybe I could beat 4 archers and 1 samurai or 1 cavalry archer, but that's debatable. And I'm thinking that since I do have a unit, a warrior monk, and a unit of Yari samurai, it's just 1 turn away. Actually, 2 turns away, so I can move them to Harima in the summer, and then attack Bison in the fall with these 2 units. And I think I should wait for that, just because I think, yeah, I think that's... It's a little dicey. Like I said, I can definitely win the Bichu fight. I could probably win the Awaju fight. I don't know what they have here, but I like my numbers. I like my balanced force. I could probably win this fight. I could probably win Bichu, but Bison and Hoki are both going to be really debatable. Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. So I could wait 2 turns for these units to come up, and in the meantime, I think what I can do is I'll just train up another unit of Yari Samurai, and I'll train... You know, I need to start building some more Shinobi. I need to get on it. Shinobi, I would like to have Shinobi in at least every province by the time I convert to Christianity, because that's going to be good. So, with all said and done, I think it's time to end the turn here. Okay, and there's the Shimazu Daimyo right on cue. Let's see, got another ninja from Imagawa and Owari. He's really going after my general there. And alright, so now things have changed. The Shimazu Daimyo, okay, this has completely changed things. So now it's the Daimyo with a bunch of infantry and then just 2 archers. And then this is still just infantry, which is tempting. I really want to take Bichu when it's just infantry, because that would be an easy fight. I mean, like, basically I could like lose nothing and win Bichu. And it's River Province, so like, you know, having it's good. It's also relatively rich. It makes 315, I think, base koku, so it's, you know, it's decent. So that'd be it'd be a good like 2 province chokehold if I take Bichu and Hoki. And then of course, you know, I have to take Shikoku. Gosh, oh my god, that's so much. 2 cavalry archers and just a bunch of archers. Man, oh man. That's tough. That really is tough. I don't know if I could beat that. Huh. Alright, well, not a lot to spend. I'm probably just going to train up another shinobi for this turn, but I'm just going to take a peek and see if I want to make this attack. Yeah, I just don't think I can win enough of these battles to make this attack worth it, so I don't think now's the time to attack. In fact, what I am thinking, just because this is such a gnarly looking force right here, I'm thinking I do want to bring an archer. I have plenty of them in Awaji, so I can bring another archer to Arima to help this area out. And yes, I do have a Yari Samurai on the way. I'm training another shinobi in Tajima. And yeah, I think I gotta go back to training Yarikav. Just having 1 unit in the south and 1 unit in the north is not enough. There's so many archers around. Like, look at this. There's all these archers here. You know, I need more cav to counter this. So yeah, I think that's the direction I'm gonna go for now. Is start training more cav and hopefully I make more money in the next year, which is 2 turns away. So. Let's get on with it. And hope that Shimazu doesn't attack me in the meantime. Alright, so Hojo's going after Shinano, and Imagawa has retreated. Okay, and Hojo is down to 2 stars for his daimyo, so that means he's lost a few battles, which is interesting because he's winning the north. So now Hojo clan is the richest clan in all of Japan. Great. Alright, and I'm guessing that's the heir. Yes, it is. Another Ashigaru unit. That's how unfortunate. It's so sad. It's nice to see them in a really awesome unit. Alright, so the north is getting scarier. I should be reassured because this is my ally still, but I'm kind of worried. Alright, so no money to spend. Bring my taxes up to punitive. let's take a peek here. Alright, so they've moved some forces away from Bison. I like that. Now it's just 7 archers and 1 cav archer. And this is still just melee units, which I like that too. Hoki. Gosh, see, that's the thing, like, Hoki is beatable. Hoki and Bitchu are both, I can beat these provinces. And if I just stall them here in Bison, if I just basically feign an attack and not necessarily plan on winning it, that's an option for sure. Yeah, let me have another look and see if this is an attack that's going to be possible for me. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait at least one more turn, just because I have this warrior monk here, extremely powerful, extremely useful, but the only province he can attack right now is Bison, and this is going to be useless. There's no way I'm sending a warrior monk up against 7 archers plus 1 cavalry archer. He's going to get shredded. Like, that's the one thing that warrior monks can't do, is get shot by arrows. They will do everything else. They will kill everyone in melee as long as they get into melee, but they're not going to get into melee against this army. So this is a wasted unit in this case. So what I'm gonna do instead is move these guys up here to Mimasaka and just cross my fingers and hope that this army doesn't attack me here. See, I don't think they will, just because this doesn't do them anything. Attacking me here in Arima, that's the only battle they can win. I can win these battles here. So by attacking into Bison, they basically are going to have this army cut off. Because I can, you know, just take Bison once they go behind my lines. It gets a little tricky for me for sure, but it's not something that they're going to do. They really shouldn't do, because I can just retreat to this castle and then they never take control of Harima. They can move past it, but I can just keep on retreating into castles, which is why I build castles everywhere. And then it will never really be able to take control of any territory. It means they can destroy my buildings, my infrastructure, but the army basically suicides itself, because as soon as it loses a battle, when an army loses a battle and it has no friendly province to retreat to, that army just disappears. It goes bye-bye. So it's one of those cases where, yeah, they could win this, they could beat it, they could destroy my mine in Arima, they could move past me, but would they? Will they do that? I don't think so. It's not smart for them. And like I said before, they're not going to win these battles. They're not going to make any headway with Bitchu or Hoki. And Snooki as well. I don't think Snooki can beat me here as well. That's just a guess. I don't know what they have here, but I know what I have, and I know that this is a decent, well-rounded army here. So, yeah, I think this turn I have this force moved up here, and then next turn, we'll see. I think I like my chances of being able to attack next turn, but we will see. So it is autumn, it is tax season, so yeah, I got it. Hojo's taking too much territory in the north, so I gotta move on eventually. So let's end turn and see how it goes. Okay, man, Shimazu's really gearing up for a battle here, and Hojo has just taken the capital province of Imagawa. Oh my god. Alright, so now I'm making, so I just made 4,231 koku because we had a good harvest. Nice, good. I really needed that. Feels like it's been a while. So I moved my taxes down to very low, and alright, so I got a bit of money to spend, and Hojo's just running wild up north. What do they have here? They got warrior monks. Oh crap. Got warrior monks, they got some Yarikav, archers, cavalry archers. Yeah, it's decent. And then Imagawa just has it back to the wall, basically. I mean, it's going to be hard for Hojo to take Mikawa, for sure. In fact, has Hojo gone to war with Yusugi yet? No, they're just concentrating on Imagawa. Yeah, that's going to be tough for them. I wonder, Yusugi hasn't done anything, have they? No. No, Yusugi just has Hida, Noto, Sado, and Imagawa just has Echu and Mikawa. And do they have... Yeah, Imagawa still has Shikugo as well. Man, how the mighty have fallen, right? I mean, just at the beginning of this episode, Imagawa had, like, most of the north. Crazy. Alright, so I got money to spend, so let's see how I want to spend it. Right, now I think that I've decided this is going to be the turn that I attack. It's not going to be easy. The Shimazu Daimyo's army here in Hoki is pretty decent. He has 5 archers, 1 cav archer, 2 infantry. I've pretty much matched him unit by unit. So I just have the 2 infantry, I have 5 archers, and instead of a cav archer, I have a Yari cav, which is the one unit that counters cav archers. I can basically just stick this guy on that cav archer unit and just forget about it. He will eventually catch up and he will eventually beat them, because Yari cav is the only unit in the game that is faster than Yari cav is the only unit in the game that's faster than cav archers. So that should work for me. The rest of the battle is just going to be based on the engagements, because the rest of the armies are identical. So this is going to be a tricky one for sure. I do have a better daimyo. If I take a look and see the Shimazu as a personality here, so the Shimazu daimyo has a little personality paragraph that I like reading about these, because it kind of tells you about their strategy. This daimyo is largely content with what he has, preferring to isolate himself from warring factions and reap the prosperity of peace. This doesn't make him weak, but this does make him less likely to assault your borders than most. Once engaged in conflict, he can become dangerous. Now, that says that he can't. He's not weak because he isolates himself. Well, that's not true at all. The Shimazu clan typically is weak, and it's because they isolate themselves. See, Kyushu is not a rich area, so you can't really isolate yourself. If you watch my Shimazu playthrough, you have to blitz. You have to get out of southern Japan. You have to push through southern Japan as quickly as possible and make the line here, Echizen, Mino, and Owari. This is a great line to hold against the northern clans while you build up, but until you get there, you basically are weak. You're just going to be too poor. Now, if you want to play isolationist, you can play as a northern clan. Hojo, Yusugi, those clans are super rich, and they can just kind of hang out in the north and build up for a while before they attack anyone. So that can be fun to do if you want to play that way, but that doesn't work so well for the Shimazu. Let's see if I can see what... Yeah, okay, cool. So for Imagawa, this daimyo prefers that an enemy should die in an assassin's hand rather than face him in battle. He is blamed for many untimely deaths, but often rightly so. His armies are also strong and adept at exploiting the confusion that arises when an enemy general falls to a ninja's blade. Now, Imagawa clan, their whole thing is using ninjas to kill you. So that's what they do. It's pretty annoying, but at least you kind of know. A lot of times you know who's doing it. A lot of times when ninjas are lurking around your territory, you can just assume that it's going to be Imagawa. A lot of times. Let's see. We don't have any vision on the Hojo daimyo at the moment, but if we have vision on the Hojo daimyo, I can read off and explain what he's all about. But for now, yes. So I can attack Hoki, and that's going to be a very even battle, but we'll see if I can win that. I think I can win this battle in Bitchu. They do have 1 archer unit now, so that makes me sad. That means that I will lose some men. If I bring 2 archers, a warrior monk, and an Ashigaru unit, that might work. The Ashigaru unit can be used to bait these Yari Samurai units over the bridge so that my archers can shoot them. It's just a matter of how long my Yari Ashigaru will hold without running away. I do have a 1-star general, so that can help the Yari Ashigaru unit hold a little bit, but we'll see about that. And this is the one that's going to be a wash. I can't beat this army here. I can't beat this with what's left. Yeah, warrior monk, 3 Ashigaru units, 1 Yari Stam, 2 archers versus 4 archers, 1 cav archer, and a bunch of infantry. I mean, I could beat the infantry just because my warrior monks would just basically beast mode it and just kill them all, but those archers are going to destroy my army. My Ashigaru have light armor, my warrior monks have light armor, so I can't win this, but that's okay. I don't have to win all of my battles to make a successful advance. If I can win Sanuki and then win Bitchu and Hoki, then this army here in Bison is just cut off. And then I can basically swarm them in time. But yes, that's my plan. And for now, I can just... For this year, I have a decent chunk of money, but I think I'm just going to be building soldiers. I'm nervous about the North. this having two almost full stacks with like warrior monks and archers facing down on my little, like, this is my heir right here, my 3-star heir, and he basically just has Ashigaru and a handful of archers. Like, I get that it's almost a full stack, but those are mostly Ashigaru there, so that makes me nervous. That makes me really nervous. I know they're my allies, and I know that I can't read the personality for you, but I know Hojo's personality typically is that if you're allied with them, they typically make good allies. Especially when there's other people to attack, they won't really attack they won't betray their ally before they've had other enemies actually dealt with. So that's the good news for now, is that I don't think they're going to betray me. For now, I think they're going to focus on Imagawa. They still have a beefy army here in Mikawa. They still have a presence here in Echu. There's still rebels in Kaga. Yusugi still has, a couple territories as well. So there is still some stuff for Hojo to do in the north before they focus on me. But still, I need that. That just tells me I have a few more turns to build up my armies here on this frontier. I need more archers, and frankly, I need more numbers, more Yari Samurai, anything really. So this whole year for me is just going to be about training Yari Cav here in Issa. I'll take another warrior monk here in Yamashiro, and a Yari Samurai in Iga. I can train a Samurai Archer here in Omi. I can train... I'll train an Ashigaru unit in Owari just because it's cheap, and I'm getting +2 honor for all Ashigaru units trained in Owari, so why not? And then Yari Sam and Mino for better soldiers. And yes, just keep on going for it. Shinobi here in Tajima, because why not? I need them because it's going to be, the Portuguese are going to arrive soon. Not here. They're going to be arriving in Heisen, I think in the year 1541, I think, maybe 1544, I can't quite remember. And then once they arrive in Heisen, they're going to work their way down to Satsuma, and then eventually to Tosa. And by the time they arrive in Tosa, I want to be there, because I want their guns. So it's going to be important that I have Shinobi in pretty much every single province by the time they arrive. And yes, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to work on my economy for this year. It's going to be just soldiers. I need soldiers. Yeah, I'm getting nervous. I'm panicking here. But yeah, I need soldiers. I think I can do well on this assault here on Shimazu. I'm going to be attacking in the wintertime, which is a little bit nerve-wracking just because winter's hard to attack in. Attacking in snow means that soldiers are going to be slower and they're going to get tired faster. So it's not ideal, but also I don't like to let that stop me. When it's time to attack, I gotta attack. You just can't wait till spring sometimes. Sometimes I will, but actually, damn, now that I'm thinking about it, because spring, now that I think of it, spring, a lot of time it rains in spring, as it does. And rain is really bad for archers, and archers is what I'm just facing a ton of archers here, so dang, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to have a think about that, but in any case, I'm going to leave this potential attack for next episode. So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and until next time, this has been Khan of Step, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.